program are strictly those of the host, guests, and callers, and not necessarily those of this station, its staff, management, or sponsors.
It's lunchtime and the Brooklyn Cafe is open for business. Live from the AMP Media Studios, Dawn and Freddie S. and their team are ready to serve up a huge portion of fun for lunch with friends and neighbors. So let's break open that lunch pail and unwrap that sandwich you brought and take a front row seat in the Brooklyn Cafe and get ready to enjoy some humor and hot topics. It's time to get a healthy serving of hope and happiness to help your day go by with a smile. Your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S., are ready to talk about food, health, dating, or just plain dream making. If you have a story to share, movie review, restaurant critique, or just a coincidental thing that happened to you, call in toll free 888-994-4995, Studio A right now. Sit back and enjoy your lunch break at the Brooklyn Cafe. Here are your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S.
Welcome to the brunch. That would be lunch minus breakfast gives you brunch.
Lunch. There you go.
This is my good and plenty bag.
What you got in there?
In here, there's a secret surprise. I am going to put a very big gift in one of these bags, and I am going to bury it somewhere in Boca.
Like Cracker Jack?
And we are going to play the manhunt game, and it will be opened. The final clue will be given to you December 24th.
Of what year?
Of this year. Of this year. But this is going to be a huge gift. I mean, it could be a car.
It could be your car.
It could be your car. It could be Wayne's car. It could be somebody's car. But this is my new thing for the coming year.
Happy Monday to you. Happy Monday, everyone. Welcome to our brunch hour live on WWNN at 95.3 FM, 96.9 FM, 1470 AM, and live streaming everywhere you can find the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Brunch show.
You sound like a stewardess.
Brooklyn Cafe Show, brunch show. We have
Brooklyn Cafe brunch.
We have lunch brunch in the house. We've got some delicious avocado toast from Coley's Crumbs, gluten-free bread and gluten-free breadcrumbs. I actually cooked last night, so we're going to talk about that. I know when we're all still standing, I still have a house. My kitchen is still in one piece.
What do you mean you cooked?
I cooked.
Like with the stove?
Like with the stove, yes. I had to figure out how to turn the lock button off because somehow that lock button is always on because I don't use it a lot. So you just have to hold it for 5 seconds and pop, you get to use your oven. So I decided I was going to make dinner. And so I cooked and I needed breadcrumbs, and lo and behold, what did I have in my cupboard? Some Coley's Crumbs. And I got to tell you, Chuck went, wow. I made meatloaf. I made turkey meatloaf. Chuck was like, wow, this is really good.
For those of you that don't understand,
Dawn doesn't cook.
When Dawn says she cooks, she opens up a can, puts it on a plate, and voila.
But this was really cooking.
You turned the stove on.
This was the meat. This was the breadcrumbs. This was the egg. This was the sauce. The sauce.
Was there heat?
Yes, the oven had to be turned on.
You turned it on.
Yes, and it cooked for 45 minutes.
And you put it in
some sauce, and I put it in. I took it out. I even put aside a pasta with it.
I felt the tremor.
Right? And Chuck says, so should I put the salad away? I said, no, we're actually going to eat dinner home tonight. And I thought he was going to pass out. He was a little bit taken aback.
I saw Chuck running down Military Avenue screaming. It was hair on fire.
You know, I make one night a week, and then we'll see how long it lasts. And
Are you going to cook tonight?
No, he can have leftovers tonight. He says, how many meals am I picking up for the rest of the week?
What do you mean, no? That's not even a question. You should be cooking every night, no?
No.
Tell Chuck to cook once a night.
He can. He's going to go pick up food for the rest of the week. But I do have the leftover meatloaf from Coley's Crumbs, so I should have brought some in for you.
There is hope for all of us who don't cook.
Yes, and Nicole's over here laughing because she brought some food in, because you can't have a brunch show without food, and you can't have Wayne Henry in without food, and we can't have brunch without Steve Gubb from Gubba Rum and our little brunch drink of, we'll see what he's going to share with us when he comes in.
Well, you have a lot of little trinkets. You got the Man Steve. You got the same man, and you got the bread lady. The bread lady.
Coley's Crumbs.
In New York when I had a bread route. Do you know how much money a bread route you made when you had a bread route in New York City?
How much?
Oh my God. Big $50,000, $60,000, $75,000.
Really?
That's for being on the truck, not owning the route, because those were routes. You had to own them. They're worth hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Wow.
Right? And she knows.
Bread trucks.
It's like the medallion on a yellow cab. Do you know how much that thing is worth today? My goodness, if you have a medallion, you want to give it to me, not sell it, I'll take it.
What do you mean? On the outside of your cab?
A medallion on a yellow cab has to have a medallion. A union medallion. It's a red apple.
Oh, really?
That thing is worth almost $1 million now.
Wow.
No medallion, no ticket, no laundry.
Oh my gosh, I saw what happened in the Bronx over the weekend. I was thinking of you and your
181st
family.
Street. Yes, I know the area.
Do you know the building?
Yes.
So a space
And
heater?
they asked me
Wow, so
why
sad.
is there no fire escapes?
So sad.
Because those projects were fireproof. The fire is not what killed those kids and people.
What was it, the smoke?
Because they left the freaking door open. Got to close the door.
You know,
let the
I was
smoke go out
thinking
the
about that.
window.
They figure what? So they put a space heater in, they let the door open because it got too hot and it just engulfed
Extension
the
cord.
building.
You cannot put a space heater on an extension cord.
So sad. I was thinking of you and your family and everyone growing up in the
Frankie's
Bronx.
family's down there.
Are they okay?
No, they're not there, but they were in that
We lost
vicinity.
19 children and adults, and 12 more they said are in the hospital in critical. Wow. So thinking of you, thinking of everyone on that one. That one was really, really sad. But I did get to watch figure skating a little bit this weekend. So beautiful. You know, the Olympic finals. Olympics are in a couple weeks. The U.S. figure skating team, men, women, and pairs came out. So beautiful. Oh.
figure skating.
What's for lunch, Freddie?
Way to go, Miami Dolphins. You win your last game. You knock the Patriots to 6, and then you fire your coach. What an organization.
So apparently our crew wants to know what's for lunch.
What is for lunch? That's the porn music.
That is what's for lunch in the house. There you have it.
So we got sound bites from Slick Eating Lunch.
Oh my goodness.
Off or not. But that's okay. There's a game called War. Remember the game War? I declare with the cards. You remember that? I declare war. We are going to war, Slick. You, me, and Alana, who put you up to it. Now it's my turn.
That is so hilarious.
Let's move on. Moving on.
All right, you
Uh-huh.
want to explain that what was?
I know.
Do you want to mention the
I'm
restaurant
sorry,
we were
I don't
at?
even know what that is.
Saturday night I went out for dinner with some friends.
That was a picture of me eating.
That was you eating. It's made me think of dinner. I go out, our friend said we made reservations outside. So I go to this restaurant. Outside, there had to have been 200 people outside. And they set us up in a tent where you couldn't even get to your seat because you had to maneuver through the tables that were so close together. And then the tent sides were down. And we're in the back corner of the tent. And she looks at me, she says, "Is this okay with you?" And I'm like, "Nope, gotta go." So then we asked these people at the restaurant, could we sit inside? Because inside was empty. We can't accommodate you inside. So we left. So you know what I feel about restaurants who do that? They are falsely advertising safety outside. Just my opinion.
Well, now that you brought it up, I went to a restaurant that you talked about the other day. I got there late because they closed at 3. I didn't know that. And I got there at 2. Apparently at 2 o'clock they stopped serving normal. They serve you whatever was left for the day.
Oh, okay.
This is what the guy tells
What, a
me.
bagel place?
A place. I'm not going to name the name,
Okay.
but there's a place that you went to. So I go in there and the coffee tastes like yesterday's level. And he wouldn't give me a pot of coffee because they stopped doing that at 2. I got there at 2:15. You believe this? I made him go back and give me another one. All he did was pour it out and give me some more bad. The eggs were running. It was horror. It was a horror show.
Restaurant business having a tough time right
check
now.
it out. Check it out. So when it came to tipping, I gave him a quarter. And he said, "What's wrong?" I go, "I stopped tipping at 2."
Wow.
So all I got to say about that, baby.
Wow, I see the restaurants are looking for some more help from everything that's going on in the pandemic, but everybody's going through the same thing. We were talking to our executive producer yesterday. He went to Wawa, they were closed. He went to
in
another
Tampa,
restaurant.
everything was closed.
Everything was
They don't
closed
have any
yesterday
workers.
because there's no workers for whatever reason.
I will
So
work
everything
for
was
free at
closed.
Wawa if you just give me gas.
You want free gas?
Hey, just
You're
give
going to
me
wear a
gas.
sign, "We'll work for gas."
We'll work for gas. Don't say that because they think I...
I know. I was trying to think of another way to say that. Anyway, let's take a commercial break. Give us a call, 888-565-1470.
Commercial one?
Break, bake. We're going to
So
bake
you
the bread
bake
and break
and that's
it.
your new-
Shake, bake, and break.
Shake
When we
it.
come back, we're going to talk to Wayne Henry. We're going to talk to Coley's Crumbs. And Steve from Gubberum's is going to be joining us, so stay tuned, and we'll be right back. Pete News is a fun, family-friendly weekly publication provided free to restaurants, coffee shops, and waiting areas for customers to enjoy. Grow your business today through the power of effective, affordable advertising. Coffee News is an active marketing medium specializing in the ongoing weekly promotion of your business. This builds awareness for your company so you become known as the leader of your industry and develop brand awareness so people think of you first when they want your services or products. Maximize your visibility and achieve outstanding results. For more information on Coffee News, contact Sunrise Coffee News at mail.com or give them a call at 954-951-7870.
Amp Media Productions and WNN Money Talk Radio have been in conjoint business for 10 years. They've been working around the clock, nonstop, to promote over 500 shows and businesses with added platforms such as social media live streaming, podcasts, and the specialty of live radio. To amplify your impact and start your show today, contact Amp Media Productions at 866-224-5422.
Even though some things are far away, we plan for them ahead of time because they're important. When it comes to your celebration of life, it's really no different. You want to plan ahead now so your family doesn't have to later, and create a service that reflects your values, character, and traditions, no matter what they may be. At Dignity Memorial, we listen to every detail and make sure everyone is remembered.
Watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
Rock'em Sock'em Robots.
Slick, I swear, on Thursday night you can watch Slick Speaks, and I will be running that board personally.
And we are back. It is brunch time at the cafe. Ready to get into some food and some lunch? We've got Nicole Marie of Coley's Crumbs. She's very organized. She's, she's a mom, business owner. She's out doing markets again. So we're going to talk about that.
Oh, okay.
It's time to just grab your mic and let's talk about what's going on with Coley's. You have a bag of the breadcrumbs with you?
I did, but my son grabbed the wrong bag when he was leaving for school, and so now he's got Coley's Crumbs and I have his lunch.
Wow.
Talk about being a mom, right?
The beauty of being a mom. There you go. Well, let's talk about Coley's Crumbs. Today's lunch segment brought to you by Coley's Crumbs.
Is her mic on?
Yes, she is on 100%.
Hello.
Share what Coley's Crumbs is with everybody.
So I started Coley's Crumbs, just a quick recap, over 12 years ago when I was diagnosed with celiac disease. And it became very popular with friends and family that over 2 years ago now I decided to start Coley's Crumbs. Coley is my nickname, what people call me. Nicole is my actual name. So Coley's Crumbs is a gluten-free Italian bread, like I said, that I came up with over 12 years ago because celiac disease has been around for a long time, but all the food in the grocery stores wasn't as prevalent as it is today. So if I wanted it, I had to make it. So This is where Coley's Crumbs bread came from, and then I turned that into breadcrumbs. And those you can find at Joseph's, Doris's, and the Boys markets. And I also have some in a market in New York, in Miller Place. Tuscany Gourmet Market. They're now carrying it. And yeah, so that's what Coley's Crumbs is. And it's me, myself, and I, and my husband, Nick, whenever he's available. I know Freddie loves Nick.
Where's Nick?
Officer Nick.
So, yeah. So that's how Coley's Crumbs became. And yes, now we are in our green market season. And yesterday I was just at the Palm Beach Gardens Green Market, which was absolutely gorgeous. Everybody was great. There was a ton of people there. I actually sold out for the first time ever, which was fabulous. Thank you very much. And yeah, so I'll be there at the Palm Beach Gardens Market again this weekend coming up. And that'll be the end of my markets for this month.
Where's the Palm Beach Market? Is it at the outlets?
No, it's off of, not Glades is here. Palm Beach, PJ Boulevard and Burns Road.
Okay.
Yeah, in Palm Beach Gardens.
Now, what do you mean that that'll be the end of the market? You stop selling bread?
Those are the only 2 markets that I did for the beginning of January.
market.
Yeah, green markets.
But you'll still be at the boys, the girls, and everybody?
Still, yes, absolutely. Still be at all of the actual grocery stores themselves, yes.
So here was my cooking situation. I'm never a big fan of breadcrumbs. You know, the ones that come in the canister, then
Yeah.
show me remain nameless. So I didn't have any because when I moved, I cleaned out the house of everything I didn't like. So I was going to make dinner, and at my great attempt to make dinner, I realized I had Coley's Crumbs in the cabinet. And I forgot all about spices and everything because I haven't cooked in so long. But your breadcrumbs, they stayed moist. They were delicious. They had all the seasoning you need. There was like no aftertaste. I made turkey meatloaf.
Oh, really? You actually made a turkey
I took,
meatloaf?
Yep, the ground turkey breast, some Coley's Crumbs, an egg, some sauce, which wasn't like your mother's sauce. It was whatever the
How
grocery.
did it come out?
It was actually pretty. It was really good. The breadcrumbs had all the seasoning. They stayed moist.
Somebody buried the old Dawn. We had the 2022 version.
I know. I got to tell you, it was because I had Coley's Crumbs. I was inspired to cook last
that
night.
makes
You
me
made it
so
so
happy.
easy.
The crumbs made you do it.
Yes, because it was really easy if you have the right ingredients. I'm a big proponent of 5 ingredients or less, and then I can handle that, and then it's good.
5 ingredients. I have a book, 5 ingredients.
I used to have that too, cooking 5 ingredients or less. And I've got leftovers, so it was fantastic. You also have gluten-free bread, and Wayne is like our go-to foodie, our taste tester. So we've got Wayne in the house of Dignity Memorial,
no, I'm up for
Southeast
the
Florida.
challenge
You got a new
today,
title.
yeah.
Foodie.
Hey, I'll take that title. I like to eat.
You know, he just came back from London and fish and chips galore. So now we have some gluten-free bread and avocado toast for you to try.
Nice.
Oh, no, I hope it lives up to your standards, yeah.
So what do we have cooking today?
So, like you just mentioned, I made some avocado toast to bring today since it's our brunch show, right? And the way I like to make my toast is pan toast it with a bunch of butter and then, you know, on both sides. And that's how I make my toast. You're more than welcome to have this plain in the toaster or not even toasted at all. And then I just put some avocado on here. I put some lemon juice, some garlic salt, and I like things spicy, so hot red pepper flakes. And then on some of them I put tomatoes, but some people are not a fan of tomatoes, like my daughter, so I left some of them plain. And I put which I have with me, I just didn't put them out yet. I have some 13-minute hard-boiled eggs. So this is generally my kind of go-to brunch thing because it gives everybody an option. You're not just making one thing. Everybody can pick and choose what they want. And when you have picky eaters like I do sometimes, both my children, you know that they're getting a nutritious meal and they're picking what they like and they're moving on.
A 13-minute hard-boiled egg. Is that a thing?
Yeah.
It's either between 10 and 13.
Yes, it just leaves the yolk a little bit more fudgy inside instead of it being
What's the
completely
norm? I
cooked
thought
through.
10 minutes was the norm for a hard-boiled egg. 15?
Yeah, from cold, yeah.
Really? I wait until the shell cracks.
They're not 15 hours.
3 hours later.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
See, so that way you don't get the green around the yolk, yeah.
When the kids were little, they were really little, where I was looking for a babysitter. I had eggs boiling on the stove one night, and someone knocked on the door and said, I'm new in town. I babysit. I got so excited. I started talking to her. Next thing I know, this is a long time because my daughter's 29. This is a long time ago. I hear pop, explosion, pop. All the water, why I don't cook, 13-minute eggs, had boiled out of the eggs, and they started popping throughout the kitchen. You know what popped eggs smell like?
Popped eggs.
It smells like sulfur. It smells like horrible, so bad.
That's horrible.
I know.
Now,
Hence
she
my
just said
cooking.
something really, really interesting.
They're not fudgy?
No, the green around the yolk means you've overcooked them. Really? Okay. I never knew that. Did you know that?
No, I always thought
I
that meant
never
it was
knew that
bad.
either. So
You've
now,
never seen the green around it?
so now when I cut open an egg, if it has green, I say, this is
Yeah,
overcooked.
I mean, you're still going
Overcooked.
to see a yellow yolk. It's
Yeah, but
just
it's
the
green.
Yeah, between the egg white and the yolk, you
I
get like
wondered
that
why that was.
circle. Yeah, you've seen it, yes.
Oh,
You should
absolutely.
open a food-
Are you kidding?
She should have a food truck.
She should be a food critic.
Yes.
Oh,
Go to
interesting.
our different restaurants and say your yolk is green.
I never knew that. Wayne, you like to cook eggs and brunch?
Yeah, I love eggs. I mean, my pet peeve is I love poached eggs, and I hate it when they're poached egg. You cut it; it's supposed to be runny,
Right.
and it's hard. That's my biggest pet peeve.
Oh, yes, and that's not a poached egg.
Yeah.
That's a hard-boiled
Yeah,
egg.
exactly. It's like,
Cook your hard-boiled
no,
egg.
no, exactly.
Yeah.
Now, how long
Exactly.
should an egg be poached for? 8 minutes?
No.
Man.
10 minutes?
I think it's like 2 to 3.
No, yeah, it's
Yeah,
not long at
it's
all.
not long.
It's
3,
just
that's
until
salmonella.
No.
It's like 2 to 3. It's got to
That's
be
a
like.
sickness on a plate.
No, I heard like you wait, you like spin the water, and then you got to poach it the right way.
The key is you need to put a little vinegar, white vinegar, in the water. Keep the egg together.
Stay away from the poached stuff. You're going
Right.
to get very
and
sick.
making a little whirlpool helps too with that.
A whirlpool
in the
for the
water.
Of vinegar.
In the
Yeah,
water.
in the water.
In the water, you
Yes.
gotta turn it.
Yeah.
Oh, this
Yeah.
is hilarious.
We need
I
some-
would be laughing so hard. Look at that.
It's quite comical. Yeah, my kids love to see that.
All right, so we have to get Wayne some avocado toast. See what is for lunch.
Let's see if we can get Alana out here because she's our pickiest eater. I want to see if she would eat.
All right, so so we're gonna have Alana trade seats
likes it.
with Anna, and then get Alana out here for. We actually have to talk about what's going on with that. We'll do that as we
Yes.
later on in the show.
Yes.
And we've got Wayne from Dignity Memorial, Southeast Florida. We're going to get some plates and serve up some avocado toast. What's happening on the Dignity front, Wayne?
Well, it's Happy New Year. It's New Year, New Year's resolutions. We encourage everybody as part of their estate plan to think about doing their final arrangements. It's something everybody needs, and it's a good idea to do it ahead of time, ideally decades in advance. We're going to see some price increases soon. We know, we hear it coming. So if you want some information, happy to help anybody. If you've got an aging parent who hasn't got their arrangements in place yet, and you know it's going to be your responsibility, still hopefully years or decades later, we can lock in today's price. We can do a payment plan, and it's transferable in the future to any other Dignity Memorial location throughout our network. And we're pretty much everywhere in the States, Canada, Puerto Rico, 2,800 locations. We have 250 locations here in Florida. So we can help anybody from simple cremation plan to a full burial, need cemetery plots, things like that. We are the best at what we do. We've taken care of every president and first lady since Eisenhower. We do a lot of VIPs, but our main focus is everyday people like everybody listening in our local communities. And we make kind of a difficult thing a little bit easier. And like I said, we put things in place beforehand. I know you guys have done that well in advance, and that's the best case scenario. So maybe as part of the new year, you want to explore that. Check something, check something off your list, to-do list. My wife and I, we just did our wills and trusts the end of last year. I'm turning 50 in a few months, so we figured it was overdue to get that done. So
Put everything in place. I saw,
Part of that is a
unfortunately,
good
again,
idea.
our condolences to Bob Saget and his family and
Yeah.
everything. I saw Dignity Memorial actually had shared that post, and for whatever reason, I don't know whether he had his pre-need done with Dignity or it was just an awareness of what it was. But this poor Bob Saget, America's dad, as they call it, right? Father to so many great things, had just done a great show, launched a brand new tour Saturday night in North Florida. goes to bed
You didn't wake up.
and did not wake up, which is
Yeah.
so sad. And again, which is why, Wayne, not that I think of you for that, but I think of Dignity Memorial, because no one, you certainly don't expect that.
I mean, a lot of people just assume they're going to die of old age, and we hope that is the case for, anybody, everybody, but sadly, you don't know what's going to happen. So it's a good idea to put things in place. Ideally, it's going to be, 30, 40. I had a couple in their 30s come see me recently, put their arrangements in place. Hopefully, it could be 50 years in advance. Hopefully nothing is going to happen prematurely, but if it does, it's going to make it easier for your family. But if it doesn't, you live to be 90, 100, hallelujah. It's still going to be there in place. We take the risks of future cost inflation. We know costs double every 7 to 10 years. So if you do this 50 years in advance, you are saving your family literally thousands and thousands of dollars. So, if you want to run through the figures or, we just encourage everyone to think about it. We know it's not a happy topic, but think about, what you want. If nothing else, write it down. If something happens, unexpectedly, what do you want to happen?
Give Wayne a
At
call.
least
What's
put
your
that
number?
down. 561-654-9000. You can call me directly. So I help cover all of our locations here in Southeast Florida. But you look on our website, just dignitymemorial.com. You can click a button, find a funeral home or cemetery in my area, put in your zip code or city name. A map comes up with all of our locations there. Any of my colleagues would be happy to help anyone. Just provide that information. We can meet in person at your home, one of our locations, a funeral home or cemetery, or we can even meet online. So we're happy to provide any information to anyone who wants it. Encourage anyone, even with us or someone else. It's a great idea to have a plan in place, ideally as part of a wider estate plan, your will or trust, and just having, but just a caution there. I work with a lot of estate planners, estate lawyers that say that a lot of people have their estate plans in place, and in their will, they say, this funeral home is going to do my arrangements, but they don't actually fund anything and they don't put any details there. So you're actually leaving quite a burden to your family to decide the details and to pay for it. Even if it's coming out of your estate, you're basically assuring maximum amount of funds are going to be taken from your estate to pay for your funeral, which is not probably a good idea. So we can help you put things, secure the funding as well. So it's all paid for ahead of time. Again, we take the risks of future cost inflation for you. Once the contract's signed, we lock in today's price. Those things can never go up for you anywhere in our network. So it's a great idea to put those things in place.
An important aspect of things. I got a friend of mine whose father has Alzheimer's, and they're going to put him in a home. And I asked her, do you have his paperwork in order? And they have none. So they watch the show on Friday, and they heard, the only problem is they're in Europe. But, nonetheless, wherever you are, get it done right, because it's a vital. All weekend I watch movies. Betty White, 99, Sidney Poitier, To Serve with Love, man. I grew up with that movie. I was a puppy, but I grew up with that man. That man to me was an icon, 92. And then you have Saga that died at 65. You don't make an appointment for things to happen, but at least be at the ready, because everybody that's left behind are the ones that have to put up with this.
I mean, I personally wouldn't want to know, what age or how I'm going to pass, but 100% it's going to happen.
Something happens.
So, you
No,
really
they're
should plan
inventing
for
the
it.
Give Wayne a call, 561-654-9000. We're going to take a commercial break. When we come back, we're going to have some avocado toast. We've got Steve Gubb joining us.
Is he on the line?
Wayne is still here. Give us a call, 888-565-1470. Stay tuned, and we'll be right back.
Tori Wells from Precious Treasure Gourmet Foods thinks so, because she single-handedly updated and expanded butter's possibilities. From compound, savory, sweet, and spicy, her freshly made butters aim to please. I don't know about you, but I've never really seen butter this versatile before, and now so feasible. With online shopping, just visit PreciousTreasuresGourmetFoods.com, because at Precious Treasures, Tori is working on the best artisan gourmet foods to every table. Remember, guys, true love is like butter. There's no substitute for the real thing.
Welcome to your vacation staycation. And what better way to kick back than to blend up a sweet pina colada, a smooth mojito, or just a nice stiff rum and coke. If you want true relaxation and enjoyment, then you want Gubba Rum. Gubba Rum is a unique rum infusion. Gubba Silver Rum is infused with real shredded coconut, and Gubba Rum Gold is infused with real shredded vanilla bean. Both are made with certified organic ingredients. Each infused Gubba Rum is 35% ABV, 70 proof, and as we say in Boston, wicked smooth. So if you're looking for the best combination of taste, smoothness, quality, and price, your clear choice is Gubba Rum. If you want that wicked smooth taste for yourself or your vacation staycation, visit GubbaRum.com to find your closest liquor store that carries Gubba Rum Gold and Gubba Rum Silver. Gubba Rum, it's wicked smooth. Being a successful woman in business means having the courage to own who you are. We understand the challenges faced by women, and we are here to help. Our team is here to develop the best strategy designed just for you. Your path is unique, and with the right tools, you can accomplish your dream. From radio to TV, from podcasting to magazines, we create the visibility to amplify your impact in business. At New Dawn Media, we are here to help bring your message forward and help your business flourish. It is time for your message to be seen and your voice to be heard. Contact us at 866-224-5422 or brooklyncafe.tv. Your voice can make a difference.
Watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
Slick,
You got a Yoki egg?
Slick, you gotta hit the button with the picture on it.
You got
Yes.
a Yoki egg?
This egg, I would love to meet the chicken that hatched this egg. This is the most, we should stop already. This is
That's
the
a delicious
most
egg.
yellow egg I've ever seen. Look at that.
What's
You see
on
that?
this egg? It tastes so much better than just an egg. Right? What'd you do to the egg to make it so good? Wayne, it's a good egg. You're a good egg. It's nice. 13 minutes?
I gotta tell you something. Why is this egg still warm? Did it just come out of the chicken?
I know you have brunch hour at the cafe. All right, ready to dig in some toast?
I'm sorry?
Let's see. Wayne, Freddie?
Makes your bread gluten-free? Do you use rice flour or what?
I do. The two main flours are white rice flour and tapioca
Oh, wow.
flour, which gives you the nice consistency, the flavor of the traditional Italian bread.
That is delicious. Oh my goodness.
This is very powerful. This is really good, all kidding aside.
Wow.
This is really
This is amazing. Wayne, what do you think? He's chewing. What's
like
for
Slick's
lunch?
way of saying that he
I'm
wants
glad, and everyone listening to us on radio go, delicious. Gluten-free bread
is
from
really
Coley's
good.
Crumbs.
It's really nice. Beautiful flavor.
Thank you very much.
So there's spices in the bread?
No spices in the bread. I like to put a little bit of the red pepper flake on there, a little bit of garlic salt.
That's amazing.
Thank you very much. Lemon juice on top of the avocado.
But she doesn't put a lot.
Wow.
A it's just a hint of everything. You know,
A
you
hint,
still want to
yeah.
be able to like taste everything, all the ingredients, including the bread. But like I said, I did hand toast the bread with butter on both sides.
This bread is delicious. Where do people get the bread?
So you can go online to NicoleCampo.com to get the bread, and there you can message me directly. That's the only way to get the bread right now because we're not in any of the stores as of yet. We will be shortly. So again, NicoleCampo.com. Message me. I do local delivery,
Wow.
options, shipping. So,
The bread comes frozen, so all you have to do, and from experience, literally stick it on a baking sheet and put it in the oven for 45 minutes. Full loaf of bread.
Did she just say she delivers it?
Yes.
local delivery, yes.
My goodness gracious.
You want some? I gave yours away.
You always get.
Oh,
Do me a favor. Do not give it to her, please. She gives away everything.
well, I gave it away to a bagel place in town that is looking for some gluten-free bread and gluten-free bagels.
Well, you know what?
What?
2022 is a new man. This is good. Oh,
Delicious.
Thank you very much.
Breadcrumbs available at the Boys.
The breadcrumbs are available at the Boys, Joseph's, and Doris Market. And for anybody in New York listening, if you're around the North Place area, Tuscany Gourmet Market.
wow! You can get it there,
Yes.
and to get the bread, you have to deliver it.
Yes.
Now,
Local delivery in Florida, but I do ship as well.
would you get some bread down to a food truck in Davie?
I could definitely.
Sure.
I have Wanda. Wanda already texted me.
Oh, awesome. Good idea.
I think it would be a great idea. You could put that bread on her food truck,
Wanda's Kitchen.
which is amazing.
This is delicious, Nicole. Thank you so much. And that is
My pleasure.
what's for brunch, everyone.
How
But-
is it, Slick? I mean,
Wayne? Gone. And Alana says it's good.
the picky eater likes it.
The picky eater in Studio A says it's good. I think do we. There you go. Picky eater approved.
Wayne, how is it? It must be good because I don't see any of it left.
It was delicious. I know the whole thing, the spices, the egg, all of it gone.
It's the combo. I gotta tell you, she doesn't overdo it. That's the difference between a cook and somebody that just slaps it on there.
That's it. You got how many kids?
2.
They love your cooking?
Yes.
There you go.
Is there gonna be something bigger after bread, or you're gonna get into something else? Because somebody's telling me you're gonna do something else.
Somebody's telling me that I'm
Yeah, that's a long story.
well, you know what it is I want to focus right now on the bread, and I want to see where this goes. I do have plenty of ideas that are stored back there.
You should do it. By the way, if I could put in my 2 cents,
Yes.
you should do it.
Okay, thank you.
Picky eater approved. We have Steve on the line? All right, we've
What
got.
about on the quad?
You know, everyone's going to be so confused now. They're going to think I'm playing a repeat from Friday's show with Wayne and Steve on. This is what they tell me. My parents watch the show and they go, if Wayne and Steve are on, we know it's Friday. So, Dad, I am not doing this to confuse you. It is really a live Monday brunch show. And here is Wayne and here is Steve. Let's bring them over. Oh, wow.
Wow. The Gubba Show has begun.
We're great. You're like in a
You're
hole.
too far. You gotta listen. You're too far. That's right. It's a great concept, but you're
It
too
looks
far.
good.
No, he's. Now, this is what I want you to do for your show. You gotta bring in a microphone. It is, but we can't hear you. No, how are we gonna hear you when you're 16 feet away from your computer?
No, now I'm only 2 feet away.
Slick's got him.
That's good, but we can't see you now. Much better. Much. Slick's got you.
I like it.
Very little to see here. How are you?
We're great. Happy
I love
Monday.
Happy Monday. Hey, wait, I'm confused. Are you confused? You know, I thought normally it's supposed to be Friday.
My poor dad is going to be really confused.
Yeah. Not only that, look, we're starting off, what time is it? It's 11:42, and we're starting off with a cocktail today, and it's only Monday. I gotta work today. This is a disaster. What are we gonna do?
It's almost 5 o'clock in London, though.
Yeah. Once again, Dawn, you have saved the day.
There you go, as long as I can oblige. All right, what do we got cooking for today, Steve?
Well, because it's a Monday brunch show and it's a new show, a new time slot, as the networks would say, for the Brooklyn Cafe TV show, I figured the best way to start off any brunch is with a Bloody Mary. But we've got a little bit of a twist on this Bloody Mary. Two things that are a little bit different. Number one, we're going to be making it with Gubba Silver rum infused with real coconut. Normally, what do we use? Vodka. No taste. It's just alcohol. Let's do something about that. And we're going to use, if we can see it, yeah, there it is. Smokin' Mary, smoked Bloody Mary mix, available at smokinmary.com. This is made by my very good friend Laurie Nadeau she's in California, although I think she's moving to Texas. This stuff is great. We met about 5 years ago, maybe 6. We've done big time at Tales of the Cocktail in New Orleans. We've had some great fun. She has a terrific product. Instead of the straight Bloody Mary mix, it's got a smoky flavor, and it's really terrific. So we're going to start that. We're just going to do a very simple Bloody Mary today because I have horseradish already mixed into some pre-made Bloody Mary mix, the Smokin' Mary. But there are some other things. I wanted to have a hot sauce and some Worcestershire to add to this. Tabasco. Don't have that, but you can all use your imagination. So what we're going to do, there's 2 ways to do this. There's number one, the first way is to go, it's 2 ounces right there. Okay, that's one way to do it. But the other way to do it, and what we're going to do right now, is we're going to take 2 ounces, and this is a slow pourer, so you got to bear with me. We're going to take 2 ounces of Gubba rum, and we're going to pour that into our glass right here. And then we're going to add 4 ounces. We're going to go 2 to 1. 4 ounces of the Bloody Mary mix. Actually, it's early.
Now you know why I don't cook and I only make drinks.
You know, I went to 6 ounces of Bloody Mary because I figure I can't be taking a nap at 12:15 today. I have to be working. So what we're going to do, this is cold. So what we're going to do is we're going to add some ice. And nobody's drinking this but me, so I'm using my hands. Please, I'm a professional. Don't try this at home. And what we're gonna do? How do you like my shaker? Copper shaker.
But you didn't shake it. It goes the other way.
Cocktail Kingdom. We're gonna really shake it up good. Get it nice and cold. And the trick is always to remember: don't open it with the liquid in this thing, because when you open it, then you're going to drown. That's not a good thing. But we're going to pour it into our glass. We're going to add what should be, this is a vertically challenged celery stalk. It's too small because somebody, I'm not going to mention any names, cut all the fresh celery stalks in half 2 days ago, ruined my recipe. Normally we want to add, like I said, Tabasco, little horseradish, and the question is making the cocktail to taste. Whoever's making the drinks, maybe a little more spirit, maybe a little more mixer. It's to taste, but that's our Bloody Mary for today with Smokin' Mary Bloody Mary mix from California. Cheers. Oh, now I can't hear you. I can't hear you.
The sister to the Bloody Mary is the.
Now
Turn your mic on.
Hold on.
The sister to the Bloody Mary is.
The sister to, these are sensitive. The sister to the Bloody Mary is the mimosa, which is what I drink. I don't drink Bloody Mary.
I do.
The tomato juice for some reason freaks me out.
I'm going to try and get this one. That looks delicious, Steve.
Oh, damn, that's good.
You may not be working after all.
No, well, maybe not. This is a really delicious cocktail. This particular one is suffering just a bit. It needs a little Tabasco. or even a hot sauce, and go to your favorite liquor store or favorite market and grab a small bottle of hot sauce. Anybody listening in Massachusetts right now, go to Julio's Liquor. They have the greatest wall of hot sauces from all over the place. And that's what you need. It does need a kick. It needs more horseradish and more hot sauce. And you've got yourself one fine Bloody Mary. Cheers to everybody.
Cheers to you,
Cheers.
Steve. Brought to you by Governor Rum. Wayne, you like Bloody Marys?
I love Bloody Marys.
All right, Friday's drink I think might have to be a Bloody Mary then. I'm gonna.
Well, I'll have another. Dawn, I'm having trouble hearing you again, but I will have another cocktail ready for Friday for you. It won't be a mimosa. A mimosa's too easy. It's champagne and orange juice. But we'll have a surprise New Orleans cocktail for you on Friday. How's that?
Sounds fantastic. All right, we're going to go to commercial break. Stay tuned. We'll be right back. Sorry,
Jay
Jay.
Harmon exclusively in the Gallery of Boca. Jay Harmon captures the essence of really creative and captivating mind. Jay Harmon brings light into the darkness on majority of his pieces, using a negative background to highlight the details of some of his looks. I know some artists use white canvases, but he thrives on a black canvas. And here's the kicker. He only uses pencil, colored pencil, graphite pencil, and pencil for his art pieces. Yes, I know it's hard to fathom that these beautiful pieces came from pencil, but yes, they did. And the only way you can experience Jay Harmon is if you come to the Gallery of Boca. Jay Harmon, an unconventional artist with a unique story behind every canvas.
2020 has been a year like no other. 2020 The Game is an exhilarating board game where players struggle to collect 270 electoral votes and win the White House. All while navigating through the challenges of a global pandemic, an international toilet paper shortage, the invasion of murder hornets, state of emergency lockdowns, and civil unrest, just to name a few. Roll the dice and see what fate awaits you. Purchase yours today. Available at 2020-thegame.com, Palm Beach Outlets, Amazon, and Walmart.com.
Creative, enchanting, whimsical. Artist Gina Bella is always creating artwork based on real stories and emotions, expressed through Italian papers, paints, flowers, metals, and clay. Her feelings and stories come to life. Complete with glittery diamond dust over paintings and pottery, Gina Bella is always creating new pieces and commissions. You can find her work in staging homes, family Christian bookstores, New Jersey boutiques, and the Brooklyn Cafe Gallery, where she offers personal guided tours of her latest art pieces. Gina can also be found hosting weekend art camps, where she teaches adults and children pottery, painting, and jewelry. For more information on Gina Bella and her art, contact livinglifeartfully@gmail.com or give a call to 954-857-5444.
Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
And we're back. Let's bring up Steve real quick because we had to change.
Sorry, Steve, we were
mics.
having some technical battery difficulties. So let's bring Steve up and Wayne and get ready
go to the quad.
to wrap up what we got going on. The Bloody Mary was absolutely delicious, Steve. Looks amazing.
Thank you very much. It's fun to make, and I do apologize to you because I was getting ready to do this kind of last minute, and I didn't have everything quite as ready as it should have been. The cooking shows have nothing to worry about from my cooking kitchen.
It looks fantastic. So we'll have another brunch drink on Wednesday, and then we'll see which one we're going to make on Friday.
We're going to have the Gubba show come out. We'll talk to you about doing that this week. We've got to check your schedule and see how that works.
We'll listen. You have your people talk to my people. We'll take a meeting. We'll have the committees meet, and then we'll see if we can come to a preliminary agreement on the final.
I got people.
Dawn's people. All right.
Thanks,
What do we
Stevie.
got left? We got 2 minutes left. What do we got? 2 minutes left?
We got 2 minutes. Make sure you give Wayne a call at 561-654-9000. Put all your pre-need in place. Mention the Brooklyn Cafe Show because everyone who is listening under the Brooklyn Cafe Show and the WWN umbrella is able to receive at least the 10% discount through our business partnership with Dignity Memorial. And if they have more to offer, they will always offer you more. But you at least get the 10%. Correct, Wayne?
Starts with 10.
Starts with 10. And of course, Nicole on Coley's Crumbs, you can find it at your local market, or Nicole Campo. Email her. What else you got from Coffee News?
Make sure that you keep Nicole busy because she delivers the stuff. Coffee News. What's the phone number?
Give Joey a call, 954-951-7870. If you want to have the free Coffee News delivered to your business, you can sit and read the newspaper, have a little bit of trivia, some horoscopes.
All sorts of good stuff.
You got
in
a
here.
trivia question of the day?
No, not now. Later.
Not now? We'll do it on the next
Later,
hour?
yes, next hour. And if you get your ad in here, you get to place an ad in here, and you get to chit-chat with us on the brunch. I'm still not used to this brunch thing.
I got to tell you, I'm loving these Rock'em Sock'em robots. I'm loving brunch. We had not mimosas, we did Bloody Marys. Nicole brought some champagne, so maybe we can do mimosas off air.
Really?
You like orange juice?
Really?
I did. She did.
The mimosa.
Steve, I like the whole setup. It is fantastic.
Thank you. This is the world famous Gubba Rum Studios here.
I like
in
it a
Newton,
lot.
Massachusetts. Yeah, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Your son's bedroom looks great.
That would be the kitchen. Gubba
Yeah,
Rum
well, we-
Studios in Boston. I hear it's
Yeah,
very
I-
cold up there.
It's worse. It's very cold. It's about 26, I think, right now. Overnight, it's going to be a total of 5 degrees.
Wow,
I
Give me a
heard-
countdown, guys. Listen, it's gonna be so cold tonight and tomorrow. Arctic blast coming your way, by the way.
Yeah, we're ready. I have my shovel, and I'm going to shovel the cold your way. I want to see Dawn in sleeves tomorrow, so it's going to be cold.
All right, Steve, you're going to see me in sleeves tomorrow. I think it's going to rain maybe
Oh
by
no,
Wednesday.
it ain't gonna be cold here. Here it's gonna be 85. It's gonna be cold there.
Oh, I thought the Arctic blast was heading towards South Florida.
No, not at all.
Oh, gosh, guys. All right.
85 degrees.
We gotta wrap
Georgia
this
and
up.
Alabama tonight, 8 p.m. Don't miss it.
And before that, tune into WWNN. We've got Better Hair, Better You. We got some fun coming up with that show.
6 to 8, we got.
And we've got Kindness Matters and Kindness Angels joining us for a live show. And then
Launch Your Business.
Launch Your Business with Lucky. Have a great afternoon, everyone. Stay tuned. If you are streaming with us, we have another hour. And to WNN, we will see you on Wednesday.
Don't go away. We're gonna do the flip side.
We'll be right back.
Well, that wraps up our brunch hour. Stay tuned
But don't
for
go
more
away.
laughs and cheers.
Stay tuned
on
for more
Facebook
laughs
or
and
YouTube
cheers
or
on
any
Facebook
other
or
social media
YouTube
platform
or any
at
other
the
social
Brooklyn
media
Cafe
platform
TV.
at the Brooklyn Cafe
See you
TV.
soon.
See you soon.
The opinions.
Welcome to Lost Harbor Spirits, a world where pirates inspire our spirits, treasures remain undiscovered, and flavors are infused with the essence of mysterious voyages. The distillery became one of the few women-owned craft spirits production sites in the U.S. From our award-winning spirits of vodka and rum to delicious gin, we're always coming up with some new and exciting flavors to keep your cocktails delicious and fresh. Proudly distilling out of West Palm Beach, Florida, Lost Harbor Spirits is a true treasure waiting to be discovered. Contact Palm Beach Distillery at lostharborspirits.com to take a tour or purchase your favorite spirit at your local liquor store.
Welcome to your vacation staycation. And what better way to kick back than to blend up a sweet pina colada, a smooth mojito, or just a nice stiff rum and coke. If you want true relaxation and enjoyment, then you want Gubba Rum. Gubba Rum is a unique rum infusion. Gubba Silver Rum is infused with real shredded coconut, and Gubba Rum Gold is infused with real shredded vanilla bean. Both are made with certified organic ingredients. Each infused Gubba Rum is 35% ABV, 70 proof, and as we say in Boston, wicked smooth. So if you're looking for the best combination of taste, smoothness, quality, and price, your clear choice is Gubba Rum. If you want that wicked smooth taste for yourself or your vacation staycation, visit GubbaRum.com to find your closest liquor store that carries Gubba Rum Gold and Gubba Rum Silver. Gubba Rum, it's wicked smooth.
Was a noise from somewhere deep. We heard the sound, it was bittersweet. Voices calling out from an aching heart, getting so much closer by staying apart, singing a song of hope and love that we you heard when I heard. I feel what you feel. We will survive. We will stay strong. Love is the word, and hope is the song. The streets are empty, the sky is clear. You want somebody and can't have them near. Taking shelter where you can when the world is at stake. Alone together, trying hard not to break. Singing a song of hope and love that you heard when I heard. I feel what you feel. We will survive. We will stay strong. Love is the word, and hope is the song. A song for the lonely, the tired, and the weary. A song for the broken, the mighty. Can you hear me? Get beyond our pride and greed. Share everything that we need. We won't be ignored. We will be restored. Singing a song of hope and love that will give. You heard when I heard. I feel what you feel. We will survive. We will stay strong. 'Cause love is the word, and hope is the song.
It's lunchtime and the Brooklyn Cafe is open for business. Live from the Amp Media Studios, Dawn and Freddie S. and their team are ready to serve up a huge portion of fun for lunch with friends and neighbors. So let's break open that lunch pail and unwrap that sandwich you brought and take a front row seat in the Brooklyn Cafe and get ready to enjoy some humor and hot topics. It's time to get a healthy serving of hope and happiness to help your day go by with a smile. Your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S., are ready to talk about food, health, dating, or just plain dream making. If you have a story to share, movie review, restaurant critique, or just a coincidental thing that happened to you, call in toll free 888-994-4995, Studio A right now. Sit back and enjoy your lunch break at the Brooklyn Cafe. Here are your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S.
Yeah, absolutely. You want me to bring more bread? We get to cook some bread? What's for lunch? She's looking for her cards.
Now we need a toaster.
No, she like pan sears it with, now we need the butter to go with the bread. A hot plate. We got butter and a hot plate. Cook it up.
You're not going to put it in a toaster?
Why? You can put it on the toast, but you need butter. But she like makes a whole grilled cheese. We can take Steve's mimosas from Steve's Bloody Marys from last hour and make a grilled cheese with Coley's Crumbs bread. And they put like a grilled cheese sandwich on a skewer that goes into the Bloody Mary.
But we don't have a hot plate.
So we get one. When has that ever stuffed us? I mean, we didn't have a garbage can until today either. Got that too.
I think a hot plate would be really cool.
And we've got Wayne with us of Dignity Memorial. Wayne, you're going to hang?
You ain't got nothing to do. Where you going?
Wrong wallet. Thank you.
All right, but you have her number, right?
I've got her call.
Right, so I'm
yes.
going to order some bread. You know how to manipulate that whole situation.
All right, she's going to leave us some bread also. Happy Monday.
Yeah.
Let's see what else. We got people delivering mail. Anna is back, so I'm excited that Anna's back in town also.
What was that?
Might have been the mail. I don't know.
No, Anna went out and something was thrown at her and she flipped.
Oh, I think she had to step out and do something.
Now, Wayne and I were just talking about raw stuff.
Okay.
Sushi and eggs and...
Goodbye. Thank you.
Now, you like raw sushi, right? Because you lived in Japan.
Yeah, it's fresh. I mean, you got to be careful. You can get worms and all sorts from old sushi, so you got to make sure it's fresh.
And you like sushi.
I love sushi.
You like the raw fish sushi?
Yes. Raw fish sushi, brown rice, vegetables. Yes, I love sushi. That's
Isn't
like my
that
go-to
dangerous,
meal.
Though? Isn't that a danger?
I don't know. I trust the places I go to eat.
Yeah, any food can be dangerous, Freddie, and of course, you know, if you're talking about something that's uncooked, there's I think an elevated bit of danger there, but yeah, you got to trust the place you're going. For me, generally Asian food. If there are Asian people eating there, it's usually a good sign.
I'm not big on buffets, so like the hot pot buffets where people touch the food and it goes on a conveyor belt. I'm not a buffet type of person.
No, you got to be careful these days.
But all it takes is one bad plate.
Sure.
Not to say that the
But even
place is
Japan,
bad.
they've got the fugu, the blowfish.
Yeah.
That's potentially
Dangerous.
it's got poison in it.
Toxins.
You got to study it on how many years to get a license to be a chef to prepare fugu, the blowfish in Japan. But even with that, there are people that die every year in Japan from poisoning after eating
that
it.
bluefish.
The blowfish.
Blowfish.
Pufferfish.
I caught one of those in
So-
Tampa. Did I ever tell you?
Did you eat it?
No, the captain came down and the whole ship came on me and says, don't touch it. I'm just like, touch it? I ain't never seen it before. It went boop,
Yeah.
and they cut my line and they threw it back in. Now, did you see over the weekend where a plane crash landed on a train track?
I saw that, and they
Where was
dragged
that?
the guy out just before the train hit.
And I gotta ask a question. It's like the sushi. So here I am putting a raw delicacy in my mouth, like blowfish. And if it kills me, what the hell? So this guy's plane lands on the train tracks. And here comes the train.
He got
At
out.
120 miles an hour. Now, can I ask a question? The police got him out, right? They dragged him out, the pilot.
Yeah.
The police couldn't tell the train to stop? This train doesn't stop.
I don't think at that full speed you don't have a whole lot of wiggle room on stopping. How much time do they
It was
have?
going, wah, boom, that plane exploded.
Well, it's
Like 3
probably
seconds
going
after
so
they pulled
fast that
them out.
even if it slammed on the brakes, it wasn't going to stop in time.
Exactly.
But how did the cops get there? They drag them out and move away, and then the plane blows. There had to be time. I'm sorry. There's
Well, I don't think
something
it's. Well, I don't know. I don't know, but I would think it's just not set up to notify. I don't know what would be involved in getting word to the train operator or getting a red light, there for them to stop in time. I don't know.
I don't know. But of all the places to land on the train tracks,
I know, and they saved the guy's life because the cops pulled him out. And then the train got hit by the plane got hit by the train. There was nothing left of that plane but fragments.
he's lucky he got out though.
Well, congratulations to the first responders that got
He's
him
lucky
out.
he got
I'd
out.
just like to know how they, number one, found him. Number two, got him out of there in time. Number three, I mean, how did all that happen? And they couldn't stop this train. If I gotta tell you something, if you're gonna cross the tracks when that arm goes down, it's like eating sushi. It happens. I don't want to hear, because
Yeah, but think about the speed that it's going in and what it's got behind them. So it's got all this weight of an entire train
not gonna
behind them.
stop.
It's not going to stop, so you can't stop it.
when I went up to Jupiter to go to that wedding thing, there's a sign on the train track. Train goes 120 miles per hour. It will not stop. Straight up, it will not stop.
Get off the train track.
Well, I'm surprised more cars aren't hit, because the number of times I've seen cars stop on the tracks. There's a car before and behind. If a train does come, there's nowhere for it to go. I'm surprised more cars don't get hit by trains.
That's right.
I mean, on the sign that says "Do not stop on train track," but
Even
yet
though
they're
there are a
stopped
bunch
right
of-
there.
There's a bunch of idiots in this world, so.
It's like the box in New York City, and now I think they do it here in Florida. They put lines in the box, so that if you get caught in the box, you're getting a fine. So that you never heard of this?
What box?
Drawn on the on
Let's say
the
it's
concrete.
Palmetto and Camino. There's a box there where the traffic goes this way.
Yeah,
and this way.
you seen the way I drive though.
Yeah, you are notorious for the box.
I'm always in the box.
So the box, if you get caught in New York City in the box when the light goes red, because you're supposed to stay before the box, you get a $250 fine.
I never knew.
It's the same thing as the train. Why would you stop on the train tracks and then you hear ding, 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 ding? What do you think is going to happen? Here comes the train. You think that train's going to stop for you?
No.
So what do you do if there's cars and this thing goes ding, 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 ding? What do you start to do?
That happened to me the other day. I was driving home from, I guess, the radio station the other night. And as I crossed the track, ding, 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 ding. I'm like, oh.
Yeah, but you crossed it.
I crossed, but that's never happened to me before. I was thinking of you going, just get out of the box. Keep going.
I threw my car into the grass or whatever. I ain't staying in there. It hurts. And then my car did damage.
That absolutely happened to me.
I just don't get it. Why do we pick to do things like sushi and blowfish? I don't get it.
Why? Why is it any different than having a bad hamburger? You don't know. Or going to this outdoor restaurant that I went to that there were at least 250 people packed in like sardines, but they thought they were outside and they weren't.
If you go to a store or a restaurant and you have a hamburger and it's pink in the middle, send it back.
Unless you like it pink in the middle.
Yeah, but that's not a good thing either.
Then you got things going on. You had a nice weekend, Wayne?
It was boring.
You didn't do anything.
I was at home.
You don't watch football either?
No.
Oh, you missed some of the greatest games I've ever seen in my life. You like baseball, soccer, any sports?
Not really.
Bowling?
Absolutely not.
Well, I was a big bowler in the day.
I mean, when I was young, I liked NBA.
Oh, so you like the NBA? Well, your Heat are doing very, very well.
Yeah.
You like the Heat?
I got out of it, so I don't really pay attention anymore, so it's fine.
So how do you pass your time?
Anything but watch sports.
Read, watch a movie.
You cut the lawn?
No, we have gardeners.
People
What are you
do
talking
that.
about?
Have you seen the
Florida.
Sex and the City reboot?
Absolutely not. Not going
Has
to.
Carrie seen it?
I don't know.
So I started watching it last week. I think there's only like 5 episodes. And everyone told me it's so sad, it's depressing, you cry. I'm watching it going, this is pretty much life. But I think that's why people don't like it, because it reminds them of life. And that people don't want to watch your life on TV.
I don't watch that show.
It's like watching life as
I
a
don't like
55-year-old woman on TV with better shoes and better clothes.
Okay.
That's what it is. It's kind of like mindless TV, where you can sort of
Mindless.
just get away from it. Is what you're going to do.
I watched a movie called Iceland. Greenland, not Iceland, Greenland. And it reminded me of Wayne.
Why?
And then I saw Geo something. It was in 2017. That one came out. It reminded me of Wayne.
Why?
Why does it all remind you of
Because
Wayne?
these are all end of the world movies that by a blink of an eye, somebody
Anything where
saved.
someone's dying, think of Wayne.
Think of Wayne.
World catastrophes.
But I tell you, the Bob Saget thing, when I saw Dignity reshare that, I thought, oh, even more reason to make sure you have your preemie plans in place. Always.
I saw Collide, another one. I said, look, it's Wayne.
And that's sort of what shapes this whole mood of yours.
No, Collide was a great movie. These are great movies. And everything you see in these movies, like a meteorite coming, like Armageddon.
So have you ever seen the movie with Sidney Poitier, Sneakers?
No, I saw To Sir With Love.
Because apparently it's kind of one he did later in life. It's with Robert Redford, Aykroyd.
I heard about this movie.
I don't know if I've seen it, but I'm definitely going to watch it again.
Did you see To Sir With Love? It was filmed in England.
No,
He was a school teacher. It was one of his first. It was what he became famous at. It was done in London, actually.
He was the first black man to win an Academy Award.
Brilliant man.
Yeah.
Brilliant. He was so educated. You know, I also saw American Werewolf in London. Reminded me of you again.
Slick, what is with Freddie's movie choices?
I'm not Harry. What?
That's a great movie.
I started watching You've Got Mail. I was thinking of all of you guys last night.
I've seen that too. What was it Alana said? Have I seen what?
Encanto.
Yes, it's in the back burner in the back room in the back.
What?
You
got mail. You got mail.
That's exactly what it was.
I don't want to see Encanto, Encantado. I saw El Cantante, which is a Latin movie with Jennifer Lopez.
got mail. You got mail.
Well, I haven't seen West Side Story yet. I want to see that. We went and saw The Kingsman last night.
Oh, that's a good movie too.
So yeah, it was
I gotta
good.
go see The Kingsman. West Side Story is a good movie. Now, do you know in the Heights? Do you guys realize there is a famous Latin singer in the Heights? Who is he? Come on, you! I love the Heights.
Lin-Manuel Miranda?
No, there is a male Latin singer in the Heights.
What, the guy from Hamilton?
No. I didn't realize it until I saw it, and I said to Linda, that is blank blank. And she said, no, it's not. And in the runs, the credits, there's his name. Yes, it is.
Oh, In the Heights. Slick, what famous singer was In the Heights? Give us a call, 888-994-4995. Let us know. You got mail, though.
It's a male singer.
You got mail.
You got mail. You got mail.
And this is, Lord have mercy. This is a duck and the art of
Amy Rashevsky. Breaking news?
I'm a little millennial confused. Is there a significance to Amy? Oh, that's who's behind us.
Yes, this one is an
Amy's
outdoor
art.
piece created by Amy Rashevsky.
Is that what this is about?
I guess so.
And the duck means what?
The duck means it's just another. They do have fun with you, I must say.
I got to tell you, I don't know. You know the saddest thing in the world? They don't know who Sidney Poitier is.
Well, they are young.
Before their time.
I can't believe he was 92, though.
92, and it makes it that I must be old.
That's amazing.
The art of Amy is interesting because we are working on something in North Carolina. Let's see if we could get that done.
And I think she's going to be working with Steve in North Carolina also. So I think they're putting that piece together also to try and get some gubba up there.
And get down and check out the art of Amy, which is all around us. Yeah, I think that piece has to be delivered. Has to be sent out.
I'm not sure. I might be staying with us for a little while.
Yeah, because they can't get it up to Jersey.
I know.
Wayne is on his way to Jersey.
You are?
It's on his way to
No.
Boston. Take that with you. Wayne, take that with you.
You know, Wayne, I was thinking, can you imagine Wayne and Steve lived in the same city, what that would be like for that city?
Yes, I know what it's like because we went to the Artful Dodger and we hung out, watched the game, and had some efficient chippies.
You would like, I was just thinking if Wayne and Steve and you actually all lived in the same
Wayne,
city.
Steve, and Jay
It would be like a rabbi, a priest,
And
and a monk all went into a bar. What happened? It was like Wayne and Steve and Freddie all walked into a bar.
And out came Slick pregnant.
Can you imagine the three of you guys hanging out?
We hung out.
Yeah.
We've hung out more than once. We hung out in here, over there, over here again. We entertain ourselves because Steve loves to egg Wayne on. So now Wayne has learned how to egg him back.
Really?
Yes, and it's the funniest thing. And then you add your father in the mix over here. I was dying. We were all dying because your father has great stories, a little lengthy, but great stories. 15 minutes later, we hit the punchline.
Oh, I know. Which is the phone call I got last night. Ready to go? Take a commercial break. I'm looking at all our. Today is National Eagle Day.
Do you know the NFL? The Eagles are in the playoffs.
Did you see the Eagles? I think it was in Miami. There were two eagles. They set their nest last year. It was taken away by a storm. The people at the home or the refuge center, they built a fake platform for the eagles to come back. They came back. They made a nest. Today is National Save the Eagles Day. They came back and 3 eaglets hatched last week.
Very nice.
One of them did not survive, but that was pretty remarkable.
The eagles, I think, is an endangered species. Am I correct on that?
I know it used
they're
to be.
protected.
Yeah.
It used to be, but I've got the amount of eagles I have over my new house now is crazy. I'll have like.
Those aren't eagles.
What are they?
Those are falcons.
I don't think so.
Yeah,
You think they're hawks?
They're hawks.
I think they're eagles.
No, they're hawks.
Really?
Do they have a white head?
No. Do all eagles have white heads?
Yeah, most of them.
That's the bald eagle.
Did you know that all swans in the UK are property of the Queen?
All swans what?
All swans are property of the Queen.
Really?
Yes. So it's
Really?
illegal. It's illegal to harm a swan.
Oh, I want to be a queen then.
We had international Chinese students that caught one and ate it. They got in trouble.
One of your students ate.
Yeah.
Oh no.
That's horrible.
Yeah. I told you, Chinese.
They'll eat
Chinese
everything.
eat everything.
You keep your shoes on the table. They'll eat that. Did you know that the ugly duck? What's the name of that ugly duck? It's everywhere. They have them here too.
The Muskegee or something?
Oh yeah.
And they're protected.
Are
They are?
Yes.
They've got the
federally
warts all
protected.
over their faces?
Yes.
Ugly.
They are protected. I don't know why anybody would want to protect that ugly bird, but they are protected. And if you kill them and they catch you, you're going to go to jail.
The mallard ducks are beautiful, but there's a lot of wildlife. But yeah, the eagles.
The mallard ducks are what?
Beautiful.
The ugly
Mallard
ducks?
No, the
No,
mallards.
the mallard ones.
Or
but
pretty
they're just
ducks.
Beautiful, pretty ducks.
I live in a bird sanctuary, so now I have 2 geese. Is that what it's called? Geese?
If you have 2, yeah.
Yeah, I have 2. And there's a male and a female.
Ooh, you're going to have babies.
And they're making babies up by the chimney. So I don't want to disturb the nest. But these particular geese are the size of Wayne. I mean, they're like dinosaurs.
Maybe they're egrets.
No, these are geese. They go whack, whack, whack.
They're
Egrets
white with
don't
big
do that.
wingspan.
About 6 feet.
They're egrets.
They look like geese. No, it can't be.
They fly, yeah.
Egrets are white.
But you also they're white. You
These
also
are
have
white.
iguanas on your roof, so you got to be
Yes.
careful. The iguanas, it's like the butterflies and the birds, that the iguanas don't destroy the geese nest. You got
Well-
to call animal control.
I have to call somebody because these animals at 5 o'clock in the morning, now I get up anyway, are like making noise because I guess they got an egg or 2 or 3, I don't know. And they're huge.
On your roof?
Yes, and they are huge.
An ostrich.
Like an elephant. Can a bird be an elephant?
No, a bird's bird.
They are tremendous, and you hear them. And then they went to the window and they start pecking at the window, like to let me know, hey, you want to check me out? I've done good over here. And I'm like, what? What do you want? And the cats are going crazy. And I got a 20-pound cat. You know, he's nuts.
Wow.
I got like...
This is your house?
Yeah. And then there's this big hawk that comes and lands on the back fence. So I took a picture because nobody would believe me. I'll show it to you. The thing is, he goes like this with his wings are like 20 feet.
So you've got a hawk.
Remind me of Wayne.
2 geese, 2 iguanas.
4 iguanas now.
4 iguanas, 2 cats, and a partridge in a pear tree.
I got a whole bunch of
You are like
no,
Father
I got otters.
Christmas.
I got otters. You know how beautiful otters are? They swim on their backs and they put their little puppies on their chest.
Otters? They fold their hands when they sleep.
Yeah, they fold their hands all the time.
You have otters?
I got 6 otters.
Where?
In my lake.
We had turtles. We have a lot of turtles. They climb up from the canal and lay eggs in our
They hold each other's hands, the otters? when
lay
they
eggs in
sleep?
our garden, and then
Do they
hatch.
snap?
Snapping turtles?
We've got no, I don't think so. They're not snapping turtles. We've got a few of what is it? Snorkel-nosed turtles. Yeah, I looked it up because they were like, what is that? Snorkel-nosed turtles. We got quite a variety, but and we had this huge turtle in our swimming pool. That's why we had to have it resurface because it brought black algae into our pool that we couldn't get rid of, and we ended up just having to resurface the pool.
You need your pool full. You need the hydrant.
Sorry?
You want to fill your pool.
They had to drain it. They redid their pool, and then
Yeah, you had to fill it.
Yeah, we filled it.
You filled it? Because I have a short way of doing it for you.
Oh, from a hydrant.
That's the way I do it.
It's done.
New York, I always fill it from the hydrant.
All right, let's take a commercial break. Oh my gosh, let us know what's
You ever seen
happening.
a snapping turtle?
Yes.
In Bouquet, I had one come across. I picked it up to put it in the lake. Damn thing almost took my finger off.
Aaron once brought home, it was the size of a quarter when he brought it home when we found it on our pool deck. And we knew it was going to grow, so we gave it to a neighbor, and it grew into this huge, snapping, huge turtle.
And it snaps?
Yeah.
It snaps the owners of the house too?
I don't know. It was a long time ago. It's like the time when I popped the eggs and the babysitter came. When the kids were little, we did like family little things, like little turtles and birds, you know, all the cute things you do with your kids.
You ever have a bird feeder? You know, one of those long things?
Mm-hmm.
The problem with a bird feeder in Florida is that the rats get to it. But I want to.
Squirrels.
I have cardinals.
We have squirrels that raid it.
I don't have squirrels. I got, what's the pecker thing?
Woodpecker.
That would be a woodpecker. Be careful.
I got a
You want
woodpecker.
some tomatoes with it?
I got cardinals and I got blue jays. Not blue jays.
For some color?
Cardinals and some other birds I got. Also,
Bluebirds?
the
Cardinals are
beautiful.
pretty, yeah. Yeah, we get cardinals and squirrels.
All right, let's take a commercial break. Is Anna still here? Yes. I'm very excited she's still here. You got to come out and make an announcement because people have 5 days to get their. When do the ticket sales go up?
After January 13th.
All right, so people, you got 3 days. We got a big announcement. One of our producers has some big news that's happening on Saturday. So stay
This
tuned.
Saturday?
This Saturday.
This Saturday?
4 o'clock.
4 o'clock?
South Florida Fairgrounds.
Kiss a pig.
See what's going on? Can you wake up? Kiss a pig.
Putting in our safe phone. Maxwell Zager creates whimsical and free-flowing circular art. His 40 years in the construction industry created the foundation for his craft. His unique work displays his view of the future with bold and playful combinations of materials and processes, but the methodology remains consistent. He fuses recycled materials and discarded building supplies into a fresh, well-executed approach. Lazega has lived in Miami, Florida most of his life, where he pursues his lifelong passion of creating industrial art. For more information, contact Max Lazega at artworkstudios.org or 786-326-8873.
Attention Florida residents. Is constant water damage from the elements putting holes in your pipes and your wallet? We cut the costs when disaster strikes. You deserve to have your house be a home again. At Triumph, we get you paid the most for your insurance claims. Broken pipes, water damage, and mold? Triumph Consulting covers it all. Call our offices now to qualify for a free house inspection at 954-669-4935 or visit www.wegetYouPaid.com.
Even though some things are far away, we plan for them ahead of time because they're important. When it comes to your celebration of life, it's really no different. You want to plan ahead now so your family doesn't have to later, and create a service that reflects your values, character, and traditions, no matter what they may be. At Dignity Memorial, we listen to every detail and make sure everyone is remembered.
AMP2 TV, the first and only internet production company that's truly plugged in. When you're looking for a full-service internet radio, TV production company, discover AMP2 TV. AMP2 TV is a full-service media company that can provide all streaming videos, video studios, radio studios, and television studios. Call us today at 866-224-5422, for no business is too small to grow to be accounted. It's time for your message to be seen. Let AMP2 TV help get you there.
Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
Your fingers get so numb from the fear of missing out. And you think those likes mean love. No, any hearts don't.
Some new things. That was Coley's Crumbs. They joined us on the 11 o'clock brunch hour live on WNN. That brunch was delicious.
Yes, and also Stephen Gubb is talking about the You Got Mail thing is hilarious. It's an icon, he says.
Totally, the AOL. And here are words of kindness. Throw kindness around like it's confetti. Sprinkle it wherever you go. I agree.
I agree. I got to admit, I don't agree with you too many times, but this
you know,
one I have to agree.
I was reading an article over the weekend talking about how people's hearts have hardened over time and through so much of what's going on, that sometimes you just have to stop and take a step back and go back to really what's in your core, and kindness, being gracious, doing the right thing, having your goals instead of the hardened heart. Because you know what? Hardened heart does not do good for anybody.
Now, I'm sending a text to the radio station, as you see. I know I'm not supposed to do this, but they want to know the lineup for tonight.
Okay.
And why don't you tell people about the lineup starting at 6 o'clock tonight?
6 o'clock tonight, we've got Dr. Rafael Sierra of Sierra Hair Institute. Better hair, better you. Well, I'll be filling in again because we got some big news coming out of our producers over here on stage, right? At 6:30, we've got Laura and Linda Barrett and Laura Reese of Kindness Angels and Kindness Matters 365, talking about spreading kindness in the community from our kids to all ages, from Kindness Angels and helping St. Gregory's and other people in need, and to after-school programs within the schools here and abroad around the United States, and I think they've even gone international on Kindness Matters, so they'll be hosting a show tonight at 6:30. 7 o'clock, we've got Launch Your Business with Lucky Aguirre, host of Fuego 2.0, talking about getting your business going on 2022.
And at 7:30, we're going to replay Taps from Thursday night at 7.
Fantastic. It was a nice show.
It was a nice show, and I think that that was the gymnast, right? Gymnast?
I can't believe she was only 14.
Yeah,
acrobat.
I cannot believe it either.
All right, so we need to get you on mic and on camera because you've got some big news that we need to share.
So we didn't talk about this, did we?
We have not really officially launched it, but I think we need to launch it. We've got Alana Shearer Miss America.
What is
wave?
I don't
Boy,
wave. I don't do the pageant wave.
Don't seem so excited.
Do the wave. This is Freddie's wave.
I just wave normal person, and Freddie insists that, Freddie, it's not screwing a light bulb. It's supposed to be this way.
When I coach my little leaguers, this is the way they used to do it.
Underhand?
Hamana.
Like you're holding a baseball?
I don't know. It's like everything was all right.
It's all good, as they say.
So what's the exciting news? What do we got?
So the exciting news is if you are around the Palm Beach County area, the South Florida Fair is finally here. You know, the past 2 years has been a little difficult navigating through COVID, but the fair is back, going on for around 17 days, end of January. And this Saturday, the first Saturday of the fair, is their annual Miss South Florida Fair, Miss Palm Beach County competition, which not only do they give 2 lucky ladies amazing scholarships for their education, but it also qualifies 2 young ladies for the Miss Florida competition, which is a part of the Miss America system. So I've been a proud title holder in the Miss Florida system before, so I'm excited to finally compete back home in South Florida. And for anyone who is interested in coming to check out the fair or to see the competition happening live, it takes place at 4 p.m. this Saturday at the South Florida Fairgrounds in the Expo Center. Tickets are currently on sale until the 13th. At the doors, they're $20 to enter the fair, but online and at select Publixes, you can get them for only $10, and then just pay $10 for your parking this year. Come early. It might be a little crowded, but...
What time does it open?
The fair will open that day. I believe it's at 10 a.m. for weekends, so it should open at 10 a.m. So you can enjoy the whole day at the fair. Your ticket is good for the entire day, so you could come enjoy either rides or check out the great agriculture. There's lots of cattle and goats and animals. There's food if you like some fried Oreos and funnel cake. There's even an art gallery and different shows throughout the fair too. So there's lots. There's ice skating shows. There's comedy, hypnotists. There's a variety of things for everyone. Fun for the whole family.
And when is Miss South Florida Fair? When does that start? Kick off?
It will kick off. It starts promptly at 4 p.m. in the Expo Center, right in the entrance. And 4 o'clock, by the end of the afternoon, we'll have 2 new crowns for Miss South Florida Fair and Miss Palm Beach County.
Now, you are currently still a
Are you still reigning?
holder. Yes.
Technically, but once I do compete, it does break the contract. So you can't be multiple titles at the same time. So
you are right now. You are.
I was Miss St. Petersburg what was it?
19.
My title was 2020 Miss St. Petersburg.
And you will be till the close of business on Friday.
Saturday?
Hopefully.
No, it's Friday. I read it.
If I'm lucky enough to earn a crown, then yes, then my reign would completely end from then, and I would take on the new responsibilities for the job.
You're going to be on this coast. Now, your children under 5, do they pay for the fair?
Children under 10 do not have to pay for the fair. They bumped up the age, so if you have 10 and under, they are free to go into the fair.
So I may have to bring... I got a phone call on Saturday. Rowan called me. And he says, why aren't we at the zoo?
Aww.
Clear as a bell. And I said, because Mama Linda had to go to work. He says, well, we got to do something. Got to do something. So Freddie's dying. He's laughing. He's like, you're going to have to do something with your grandson. So I'm thinking maybe I take him to the fair to see some of the animals.
That would be nice.
And the nice thing is
See
the
if I can work it
fair
out.
is all outside, so I can't say whether it's going to be busy or not. I know it's the first weekend of opening. Lots of people are excited, but I know that my friends and family, they will be wearing their masks for the show. So I think that as long as everyone is distanced and keeping safe, that's the way to go about enjoying themselves.
Well, I'm excited.
Now, do you know, you and I we're entering our 7th year of the cafe. At the beginning, you don't remember, but we used to go to the fair. iHeart was the sponsor of the fair back in the day, 7 years ago, 6.5 years ago. And they gave us a packet, and I went. You did not go, but I went to the fair because I went to see some singers and stuff that were there. It's really an unusual it's huge, though.
There's lots of entertainment. If you're interested in attending the fair just in general, online on their website, southfloridafair.com, they have a full calendar list. There are so many different bands, high school and middle schools. You have all different age ranges of different performers every single day. Some who come back multiple days, some are just a one-time show, but there's lots of entertainers there.
Yeah, it's a lot
I'm
of fun.
excited to watch the competition Saturday night at 4 o'clock. I think Slick's going to come and Anna's going to come. We got to get some film footage. So you'll get it hot off the presses when we see what happens.
And look me up. I'm taking bets.
3-to-1 odds?
3-to-1 odds,
Ready.
baby.
Now, there are 2 title holders, right, at this event?
Yes. So the way it operates for a local preliminary competition for Miss America is there's certain categories of what the young ladies have to compete in on stage. So what you don't get to witness is that it starts early morning for me that day in a private interview room. So I have a 10-minute interview with the judges. There will be 5 of them, where I submit different paperwork on a resume as well as a social initiative form, which ties into my show TAP, Turn Up Artistic Participation, and the work I would do as a title holder with the arts and the community. So there's that section of competition, and then what's done on stage to entertain everyone that afternoon is an on-stage question to give a little preview of what that interview conversation looked like, a social initiative pitch where it gives you a little bit of a TED Talk feeling where each young lady gives about 40 seconds to explain what they would do, and followed by your talent round. So I will be tap dancing, and then it finishes off with red carpet wear, where each young lady wears an outfit of their choosing, and that will be what they're in for the crowning moment. So
what is your social initiative? Can we talk about it?
Sure. My social initiative is TAP. It's a little bit of a play on words because I'm a tap dancer for over 20 years. I've been dancing. It was my first passion and love. And when I went off to college, there was really no tap at my university, FSU. So I helped start up my university's first tap team. And I always say, and my mom has always said, that dance teaches so much more than just dance. It's teaching you core values. It's taught me teamwork and responsibility, time management. There's all these life skills that art form has taught me and has helped me through any career endeavor I've taken on. And so I just think the arts are very empowering. So TAP stands for Turn Up Artistic Participation. So that way, as we're navigating through getting back into the arts, especially the way COVID has really impacted us, you know, we've seen the arts industry economy has down plummeted. We've seen workers not being able to be employed, shows being canceled, art walks not happening. So my mission and my goal throughout my work is to turn that back up as we reintegrate back into the arts, whether we are celebrating, advocating, or participating in it.
I got to tell you, I'm amazed because we met Alana doing an interview. And we did a second interview, and then we asked her to come in. And I know that she has, you know, she's very humble about a lot of things she does. And if you watch Alana's show every other week on Thursday night, she's on radio and everything else, and you see her interview Dr. Sierra on Monday nights, and she's like many, many things under one hat. And I gotta admit, and she has a master's. I gotta tell you something, kid, not for nothing, but you are the package. It is amazing to see all the things come in front. You know, I did a new logo. It's me in a popcorn. I'm gonna show it to you. Me in a popcorn bucket, because I get to watch. I used to tell Mama Ali, Muhammad Ali's wife, all the time, the closest thing I ever got to greatness was her, because I thought he was the greatest. And among millennials and everything else, the closest thing I've ever seen to greatness is this kid right here. She has so much going on for her, no matter what happens Saturday, no matter what happens. It's amazing to watch you, since you've been with us, you've matured and grown. Your show, I think, is outstanding. She's very meticulous about things that she likes. I mean, I like to have a lot of fun with her because I like to try to throw her off her game. But no matter what happens Saturday, in my world, and I'm pretty sure in Dawn's eyes, you are still going to be always the queen. Because you can teach kids so many things like you've been doing on that show for the longest. So I'm excited to see this thing happen on Saturday.
Well, you two have certainly helped amplify my voice for the community, which
She's very
is what you do for everybody. But I certainly appreciate, because, you know, I think back, you know, what's been different this past year of competing versus this year, and truly that little half-hour slot on radio and everything I've picked up here at the studio has been tremendous for my communication skills and my growth, because I never thought I would wind up in a production studio after my degrees were in other topics. So you never know, and you just always have to keep your mind and your doors open, because you don't know who you'll meet.
You never know.
You never know. And, we never know what stories are going to come forward to us, and we just wait and see the messages. And for the past 2 weeks, it's all been about kids. And you'll see there's more and more coming in. We've got the Kindness Matters platform with the kids and everything they're doing with school. So we're going to be working with them on tips of kindness, probably a couple times a week. We've got the talent search, Deerfield Underprivileged Talent Search, and they're coming in on Wednesday. And the gentleman who started, Gene Townsell, you heard his voice. I sent you some of his. He was a singer out in California. Now he's here giving back to the kids. He's now a minister. That's all about the kids. So more and more and more. The Candle Kids, TAP, everything it's about our youth. And more, that is what keeps coming forward. I tell you again, we wait and see the signs, and that seems to be where the message is. So we will continue to follow this path, and we're going to be there on Saturday, starting at 4, probably 4 to 6. I'm going to be there with Slick, who's always like my bodyguard when I go to events, and Anna's going to be there with her camera. So we're going to have a whole lot of fun. Maybe I'll get Chelsea to come. Bring bail money for Slick.
For me. I'm holding up signs. I'm going tubular.
We got to keep Freddie away from the fried food.
Double masks he's got going on. So if you wear 3 masks, you will not eat. It might be a great cure for fingernail biting. But it's at the Expo Center. The Expo Center is a very large auditorium, and I know they're keeping it in a smaller area, so there's a lot of space for people to spread out and do what they need to do.
Oh, and the most exciting part, the one thing I probably didn't even mention, and why it's also super important, is to remember that besides seeing these young ladies prepare and showcase their talents and their communication skills and what they're doing in the community out there, it also serves as a scholarship opportunity. So the 2 winners, Miss South Florida Fair, will be awarded, besides being crowned the queen of the fair and being able to go to Miss Florida, she will receive a $5,000 scholarship, as well as Miss Palm Beach, I believe, gets a $2,500 scholarship. So that's incredible money that can either help pay for school, pay for student loans. So that certainly adds up, as well as first runner-up, second runner-up, and third runner-up gets scholarship as well.
Wow. It's really funny. You have practice. Don't you have practice this week or something?
I have another rehearsal this afternoon. That is why Don has graciously stepped in for me for Dr. Rafael Sierra tonight.
I want you to take these and put invited on the back, because I like to have all the kids come down and experience some of this, because I think because they're younger and they're going to be in this thing for the next few years to come. And it's good to put pressure on them, because you guys are on the platform. I mean, you know what that's like. You did it last time you won.
It puts you on the spot.
What are you going to do when she wins Miss America?
Oh, my gosh.
Because you know it's coming.
We have to go to Miss Florida first, Freddie.
I look over the mountain.
Well, I think we can toast you with, like, I don't know, a jelly apple or candy apple at South Florida Fair. It's between a corn dog and a candy apple, where we get to raise a toast to you. And then Miss Florida, then we'll have to see what we toast to. By then it might be on to Prosecco.
That'll be the next one, right? After
yes, that would be in the summer.
If I were to receive one of the 2 titles from this weekend, then the next step is focusing on Miss Florida.
And where is that being held?
It would be held in June in Lakeland, Florida. Usually takes place at the RP Funding Center.
Well, you know that when this one is done, I want to reserve our seats in Lakeland, because we going.
Well, I'm sure she'll need a sponsor for that, just like we were able to graciously sponsor you for this event. So we're very excited about
I got
that.
No problem with that. And get the party bus going, because by June, this thing hopefully will be calmed down.
Yep.
Well, my goodness gracious, if she pops that one, then what?
Then we'll celebrate.
Then we celebrate. I think everyone, we celebrate all the wins. I got to tell you, I'm celebrating you. I'm celebrating Slick, and I'm really celebrating that Anna came back, because we have not seen Anna since our Christmas party, which was December 18th. So I'm very happy and excited that she's feeling well enough, her family feels well.
The camera queen is back.
She is back. She's going to be doing a new commercial for us, changing the rejoiner. But besides all of that, I'm just glad she felt well enough to come back in today. You know, people talk about COVID as it's nothing. Most people are asymptomatic. They say you get over it in 2 days. Some people do, some people don't.
Yeah, we have some friends that aren't getting
We have some friends that aren't getting well as quickly as we would hope, and we've got some friends that are having lingering effects. So please don't minimize what it is. stay safe, wear your mask, wash your hands, and just pay tribute and be conscientious of what everyone else
Just
is
be
going
careful.
through.
You know, I know that everybody tells me, they give me a lecture about it's not this, it's not that. It's the part where it is that worries me. I know about the it's not this, it's not that. 2 days, 3 days, 1 day I'm good. Okay, good, great. But it's the ones that are having a hard time with this thing. It's the ones that are ill. It's the senior homes, the people that Chuck and Linda have to go to and see every day of their life.
Yep.
It's walking in, being a cop, and walking in and not knowing what's going to happen to you.
You know, it was interesting. I told you, Saturday night I went to this restaurant. And my friend said, are you okay with it? She and I have the same birthday. So we kind of think similarly. She's been my friend since before I even moved here to Florida. And I looked at her and I was like, I'm not very comfortable here. Are you okay? And it was at that moment of, am I going to lose a friendship over it? Are they going to think I'm crazy because I want to leave? Yeah. Or do I stand by what I felt in my heart? Or do I take a chance and just sit down and try and deal with it? So all these things rush up to me at one time, because it's not only that I'm exposing me potentially, it's everybody else here, right? It's everything else. And thankfully they were gracious enough, and she felt the same way I did. We went to it, and I can tell you, Waltz, American Grill on Southwest 18th Street, they were fantastic. They had plenty of seating, the doors were open, we had the bar, people were in the restaurant, they took you in, the food was great. So not overly crowded, and they were really, really amazing, as opposed to that other place where it was insanity what was going on. That wasn't outdoors. It was really, I should have called the health department, because there was absolutely nothing appropriate that went on at that other restaurant.
Well, again.
And I will not call it out on air, but it was just wrong in every which way.
You should just send a message. You know, the bottom line here also, my sister, I spoke to her over the weekend, having a real hard time going every day to work. She's a first responder. She actually works in a room where COVID people are going and they're being admitted into a hospital. So caseworker in there, very difficult. Sometimes remember that the psychology of those that have to face this dilemma day in and day out, and they ask them to do 2 shifts and they're working 16 hours a day, you got to give them a little space, because they're having a hard time and they want to do their duties and they want to be there. They want to work there, but sometimes you get tired. Yep. And you have to sort of look the other way when they outburst or they get crazy. You know, do something nice for them. I would still like to do something, some musical thing, maybe in the parking lot at Delray Medical, one of the medical hospitals, just to say thank you, or do whatever we can to alleviate that pressure.
It's not easy. It's stressful every which way.
It is, but you know, you got to keep going.
And you know what? If you have a free moment on Saturday coming out to the South Florida Fair, wear your mask. If you so choose, wear 2, like Freddie. If you want to wear 2 masks, wash your hands, go in, stay safe, or go to the fair, wear your mask outdoor, take your grandkids. There's a lot of options, and again, it comes down to choice. But this is going to be a fantastic event, and we always support all of our producers in everything that they do.
Yes, and they do it well, and they're getting to do it even better. So we're very proud of that. Hey, Slick, do you have breaking news? He had a breaking news.
What do you got, Slick?
You got to put it up so we can see it.
Oh, well, let's take a look at it.
Well, he had breaking news about Antonio Brown, didn't you? Okay.
This is the tennis situation.
All right, what's this gentleman's name?
Tennis guy, Djokovic.
Jovanovic.
He's not getting his visa pulled. He won his court case. That's a tennis player.
Yes, a federal judge says you cannot remove his visa. He has to be allowed the visa. But I saw in the news they may still pull his ability to play in the tournament, which has nothing to do with the
tennis
visa.
guy.
So we're going to find out tomorrow
Djokovic.
morning.
Don't know his last name.
About
You know, it's interesting. I was watching the Sunday morning show that I like that sort of fills in on everything. And the historians are now taking a look back at our last president.
Who's the last president?
Really? Trump?
Trump?
Yes.
Trash.
So historians are now taking a look back, because you need to document in history
what he
those
did.
4 years and what he did. And it is so interesting, the perspectives of people. And you look back at snippets. Now, we're in media, right? So the media can pull any snippets they want.
You pull all the negatives.
And you see where it was skewed 100%. But I'm thinking, what will the future generations read about? Whether it be in their textbooks or online, however education falls out. What will the historians document about that presidency? There's going to be people that support it and people that don't on both sides, and I'm not taking a side on this, but just the perspective of how it's going to fall out, what's going to be written, will be interesting to see.
As opposed to any other president?
Yeah. Well, we know what we've all gone through. We're still going through some of it at the moment. And listen, everyone is human, right? All our presidents, everyone is human. And they all have their faults, and they all have their pros and their cons. But this one is quite intriguing.
Well, I'm going to give you the new chapter that hasn't been written. He's going to run again in 24.
Exactly. So that'll be interesting.
Well, if he wins it, which you have to be insane to give him, he may go in as even an independent.
And Bob Saget, America's dad.
America's dad, Bob Saget. The funny thing about him is that as a comedian, he was noted as one of the greatest. Did you know this? Improv and everything else that he did stand up. So he was the dad figure.
Full House.
Full House, right?
How I Met
Mr.
Your Mother.
Clean. His stand up was not Mr. Clean. He actually did a little coochie with the words, going south of the border, he would call it. So he was like a little bit different in his other job.
But loved by all. John Stamos came out. He does not age. That man, I don't know how he does not age, but he does not age. Said there was no one as a friend and a stand-up guy like Bob Saget. Just incredible what goes on, what keeps going on.
It's amazing that Saget, they still don't know what he died of. And do me a favor, until it comes out and they find out what it is, don't say he took a booster and that's what killed him. That's just not fair.
Come on.
That's what they were doing. Facebook, be a little bit responsible and, show a little respect and let's be a little real. We don't know that to be true. And if you don't know that to be true, then don't say it.
Again, no hardened hearts here. Just be open-minded. Do what you have to do. Be kind to each other. It's what we talk about all the time. But get out. And Chelsea went out a couple weeks ago and she said, Mom, I got to go out and I have to live my life. I cannot stay. I've been vaccinated twice. I've been boosted. I have to live my life. So you know what? She's right. Live your life, what feels right and comfortable for you. That's all I can say.
And do the best you can.
Right.
If you got to wear a mask. Women don't like wearing masks because it messes up the makeup.
Yeah, but I've given up on that. I just go clear lip gloss on Saturday nights because it doesn't really make a difference anymore.
Is it the makeup or the lipstick? Or both?
Lipstick. Well, it both gets all over everything. But that's not even the issue. The issue is you want to stay safe. And what I walked into Saturday night, you would have been horrified. I was horrified.
I would have just turned around.
Chuck didn't even make it, and he went to his car to get something. He was like, there was just no. He couldn't even fit in the tent. That's how cramped it was.
Chuck couldn't fit in the tent?
He couldn't even fit in there because you couldn't get past the people.
So why didn't you just turn around?
We did. Absolutely did.
I went to this new burger place that apparently you guys know it well. I walked in, clean as a whistle, a little cold in there. And the lady says, you want to sit outside? Those are our tables too. Best burger I ever had, and I can sit anywhere I want.
It's the way to go.
I love that.
Got to live your life and make some good choices. All right, ready to wrap this up? One more? All right, we got one more. Let's see what we got. Oh, Alabama, Georgia. You and I have a quarter bet. I say Nick Saban, Alabama.
And I say the Georgia Bulldogs, my daughter's alma mater. And you know something? It is very hard to beat a team twice in a year. And Alabama beat up on Georgia first time around. But it ain't going to be the same way second time around.
All right, so that's tonight, 8 o'clock after all our shows at
8
NN.
o'clock, yes.
All right, have a great afternoon, everyone. Be kind to each other. Stay safe, and we'll see you tomorrow, 9 a.m. drive time.
Don't be late.
And you think those likes mean love, it'll never be
that's about it for today. Even though the show's over, the Brooklyn Cafe is always open for business. You're invited to join the fun every day from 12 to 2. If you missed some of the laughs from today, Dawn and Freddie S. will bring you more good cheer next time. You can follow the Brooklyn Cafe on Facebook at the Brooklyn Cafe TV to rewatch every minute of the show. We'll see you next time.
In the cold and sleepless nights, I wait for you to bring me back to life. In my electric eyes, it doesn't mean that time can thicken every single breath. I want to unfreeze my heart and fly away. That's why I wanna save her. Your moons and craters. Open up my eyes, waterfalls of ice, sweeping me away like an avalanche. Helpless as I fall, the words can't say it all, sweeping me away like an avalanche, like an avalanche. I listen for a sound, waiting deep inside my maze of sweeping thrills and colors. Just a ray of light, bathing me in drops of ink that gleams across my body. Wish you could unfreeze my heart and we could fly